Hello everybody, welcome to Mark's Remarks. Now today I'm going to be letting the chickens out. I'm going to show you a bit of that. I'm going to show you a few modifications I've done to the allotment. I've put a fence around the entire perimeter, and anyway, let's quickly show you what I've been doing. First of all, I'm going to let the chickens out. There you go, they're pretty quick today. Now they seem to be going their normal route, which is, as you've seen before, down the path. Now, what I've done, you may have noticed, I've changed the green netting here. It goes all the way around, over to the one compost bin, second compost bin, and all the way to the entrance there. And there we are, back to square one. This is to allow them to increase their area of the area that they can, scramble about. Here we are from another angle. Yeah, as I can, they're actually walking their usual route. They're not used to being in this area. So out of habit, they're just travelling along the side of the coop. But I'll entice them over in a moment with some mealworms. But yeah, we got the green thing here. The green, what do they call that? The fencing. When a few months ago, when I was putting the rotavator all around this place, trying to level it off, I deliberately left this area here with the long grass, one, so they would have an unkempt area to scrounge around in, and also, there's a view from the other end, also I cut the corner here because the way my plot is situated, this turns into a swimming pool right on this corner. The water seems to run downhill into my plot. So I've cut the corner here so they won't have access to that water for drowning or drinking. I want to be the only source of water because I've been putting some apple cider in their water on occasion, and I don't want them to have another water source, especially not that water source. Yeah, so it's going to be a good area, unkempt, so there's going to be a lot of bugs, a lot of goodness to scratch around in there. These logs, of course, you've seen before. I'm going to be putting raised beds, hugelkulturs like those. Anyway, right, I'm on the outside of the plot. And there you go. And that, see, there you go. I knew it. Out of force of habit, because they've been doing it over the last few weeks, they go straight up here because this is where the goodness is. I'm going to throw down some mealworms to entice them back over here to the open area. Yeah, see how they come running? Come on. I'm going to give them some mealworms. Hey, yeah. Doesn't seem to be working. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Once a couple of them figure it out, then the rest of them will follow suit. If I sit here like this, they should come over and eat out of my hand. Their beaks must be rounding off. Before, it was a real struggle to have them eat out your hand because they were really sharp. There you go. I don't want to give them too many. I want them to be eating what's available on the ground, because that's free. There you go, they're heading for the long grass. Yeah, it's good to allow them into this area as well, because then I can fence off the area that they used to go in, give that area a rest. Because I'll tell you what, once they start scratching around, like you can see here, scratching it, nothing else will grow. So it's good to alternate the areas. So I'll let them wreck this place for a while, and give the other area a break. I'll fence it off. I may have to stop filming shortly. It's gotten really grey over the last 5 minutes. It's going to start raining. Oh yeah, there you go. It's starting to rain now. I'm going to have to find a bag to put over me so I can carry on filming. In fact, instead of doing that, I was going to put a carrier bag over me. I'll stand inside the chicken run and use the limited zoom. Means I won't be able to get much close action, but you can see. There's 3 there. Oh, there's one behind the compost bin. Yeah, I'll tell you what, they're liking the new area, like a lot of things. For example, that tyre that I found on the side of the road. Oh, they're coming in. They're a bit wary at the beginning, but once they get used to it, and just like that, it's stopped raining for a moment. It's on and off. It's really cloudy, but I'm going to get some footage. Yeah, now they found the compost bin, and they're digging around the base. They must know that that's where the worms. There's going to be lots of worms in there. There you go, there's my boot. You can see how close they're getting to me now. I tell you, the trick is, I mean, I've forgotten a lot of stuff since the years when I used to keep chickens, a lot of years ago. The trick is to having chickens trust you enough to not run away, is to ignore them. That, I swear to Christ, it sounds counterintuitive, but if you reach for them, try and pick them up without them trusting you, they'll run a mile and they'll just not trust you enough to ever, well, maybe not ever, but it'll take them so long to get to trust you. But what I'm starting to do now is being around them. I'll hand feed them like you saw, but for the majority of the time, I just ignore them, and they will actually come to me. You know, they'll actually walk around my feet. Because I'm not reaching for them and trying to grab them, and they realise that. And eventually, I will be able to handle them. But it's just, you got to let them learn to trust you. You can't force them. It's a bit of a drag, but it's the way it is. What I'm doing, I'm inside the chicken run again, because it's got the plastic covering. When it stops, I'll run outside and get some close-ups. There's that raised bed compost thing inside the chicken run. You've seen that before. That's where I throw all the vegetables, fruit and vegetables in there. There's a roof to keep it dry. Found some plastic, so put that on there as a roof. Put the fruit and veg in there. That starts to rot down. You've seen me throw stuff in there. That starts to rot down. They'll eat what they want. The bugs will eat the rest. The chickens eat the bugs. In this area, we've got a load of apple trees. Being Milton Keynes, I mean, where you can't walk 8 feet without bumping into a tree. And a lot of them are fruit trees, in particular apple. And now they're starting to drop. Because they're not well maintained and that, the apples don't grow to full size. So they fall before they're ready. But anyway, so I come along, I pick them up, I've been throwing them in there. I'm going to do the same with the blackberries. Yeah, there's that tyre. I found it at the side of the road. At the moment, I'm using it as a climbing frame for them. You know, just simple thing, just to occupy, just something new for them to look at and deal with. And eventually, when I get some sand, I'll put some sand in there. You've seen I've got diatomaceous earth. I'll put that in there and turn it into a dust bath. There you go. And now, there you go. We've got a bit of scrap. Where's the other bit? Watermelon. There we are. They're kind of like that. They're like the juice. They haven't gone totally crazy with it, but you know, something new for them. They like the sweet juiciness of it. When they got something stuck to their beak, they'll scrape it on the ground or someplace. Oh, he's running off to find somewhere. Okay, it stopped raining again for the time being. That's the thing, I'm having to stop and start and hide under the chicken run when it starts to rain. But I'll be able to get you a few close-ups. People like watching the chickens feed. Yeah, they're liking this new scenery. There you go, you've got some logs over here which have been stacking up. I'm going to make a thing out of that, maybe a bench. I know somebody with a chainsaw can tidy these up. And of course there'll be bugs living in there. Oh, not these particular logs. The logs I'm going to use, I've saved. I'll put over in the dry. But these I might use these in the raised beds. Put them in the raised beds. Fill them up with twigs and bark and stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely liking this new area. watch them there. That's my entrance into the area. We've got to watch, make sure they don't make a run for it. Yeah, they've realised that under these logs here is where the goodies are. The bugs like the shade. They like it wet and shady under the logs. Yeah, so there you go. There's the fence. I intend to put more of these raised beds around the perimeter. But in the meantime, the fence will do the job of keeping them in. Yeah, they hear that packet rustling. Like a dog with a bag of crisps, you know? They know what it means. Okay, there we go. There you go. Nope, they've run inside. There you go. So the inside is coming along. You've seen this with the scrap fruit and veg. Brand new tyre. It's amazing. I found some good stuff, you know, just laying around in the bins or on the side of the road. The grass is growing well here. I've taken the grill off there so they can scratch around in that now that the grass is established. That one they scratched it up pretty good, so I put the grill back on, let the grass recover. Because once they scratch it all to hell, then nothing will grow. So I let them scratch around in there. When they've scratched it all up, put the cover back on. There you go. I don't know what these plants are, but they're not eating these plants, but the bugs are living in there, so that's good. And here they are inside, eating the grain and where the water is. And this, of course, this floor is that hugelkultur where I dug a trench 2 foot down, 11 foot long, about 4 wide. Filled it with those logs. I think that was one of my very first videos, how to build a hugelkultur. Have a look at that in the playlist. Filled it up with wood chips, and every so often I go in there with a fork, turn it all over, get the manure turned over so you got fresh stuff underneath, uncovers a few worms while I'm at it. It's all good. This branch and this branch, they actually perch on there at night, or sometimes during the day. They actually fell off a tree on the back of the allotment plot, so I thought I'd trim them down, use them as perches, put them to some good use. Now they've had enough of running around, I think. Oh, there you go. There's 2. And the third one's about to jump by the look of it. Thing is, once one does something, another one will join it, and then 3 and 4, they're all joining on the same, whatever it is, activity. There you go, 3. Yeah, and they'll just rest there for 20 minutes. Then they'll go have another run around looking for something to eat. There's another angle. And so the 4th one might want to jump up there. Yeah. there you go. So, I hope that was entertaining. And, okay, I don't know where I was there. I got distracted with somebody wanted to come in the gate. But there you go, just over 20 minutes. And, yeah, I hope that was entertaining for you. Let me know what you think. If there's any more types of videos you want me to film around the allotment, let me know. And what I'll do, if you want to see the other videos, I'll put the link in the corner for the playlist of the allotment. Plus, you better see other cookery stuff that I normally do. Right, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.